Hello, I am Su Sun. Today I want to introduce three terms that are IT jobs: information security and ethics in IT. First, I want to introduce IT jobs. The information technology or IT field is as broad and deep as industries that have been around for centuries. IT job categories, titles, and specialists are about so many that anyone investigating IT as career is likely to be very confused. What's the difference between a network engineer and a network support analyst? Between a web developer, web designer, and web technology specialist? Just what does a database administrator do? Although labels and responsibilities tend to vary from employer to employer, there are some common IT jobs titles and their descriptions. Here I will only talk two IT jobs. First, network engineer. Well, the network engineer is really responsible for designing new computer networks and actually creating these networks and installing the computers and software that connect to the networks. And finally, ensuring the network is able to grow and function as needed. And second, network support analyst. And what network support analyst is much like a network administrator, in that he or she is responsible for keeping an existing network operating as needed, but it has fewer managerial responsibilities. The network support analyst may also be responsible for monitoring how people actually use the network, identifying problems areas, and then recommending and implementing solutions. If you are considering career training in information technology, you need to understand this job description so you can pursue the education and training that will qualify you for the kind of IT job that fits your talent and responsibility and personality. And second, I want to introduce information security. Well, information security is a process. An information system security policy is a well-defined and documented set of guidelines that describe how an organization manages protect its information assets and makes future decisions about its information system's security infrastructure. Security procedures document processes how to accomplish a specific task. For example, a policy may specify that and whereas software is updated on a daily basis, and the procedure will state exactly how this is to be done, a list of steps. Well, security is everyone's responsibility, actually. So also some individuals may have security in their titles or may deal directly with security on a daily basis. Security is everyone's responsibility. The chain is only as strong as its weakness link. A workplace may have also otherwise excellent security, but if a help desk worker readily gives out or reset lost passwords, or employees let others tailgate on their openings secure doors with their key cards, security can be horribly compromised. Despite the robustness on a firewall, if a single user has hardware or software that allows bypassing the firewall, a hacker may gain access with catastrophic results. Well, information security involves a trade-off between security and usability. There is no such thing as totally secure system, except perhaps one that is entirely usable by anyone. Corporate information security's goal is to provide an appropriate level of security based on the value of an organization's information and its business needs. The more secure a system is, the more inconvenience legitimate users experience in accessing it. Effective information security in corporate security products, technologies, policies, and procedures. No collection of products alone can solve every information security issue faced by an organization. More than just a set of technologies and reliance on proven industry practice is required. Although both are important, products such as firewalls, detection systems like that are not sufficient to provide effective information security. Finally, I want to introduce ethics in IT. Ethics and information technology focuses on many parts, such as ethical dilemma, plagiarism, and privacy that exist where human beings, information objects, and social computing technologies interact. The merger of ethics and information technology has been rough going since the 1990s. The advent or Naspers, LimeWire, and other peer-to-peer downloading networks brought the issue of infringing on artistic property to the fore. NBC's exclusive rights to the 2008 Olympic Games were challenged by bloggers and online pirates who placed footage on YouTube. The ethic issues that arises when dealing with intellectual property in the virtual world is the length of which content procedures should pursue permission to reprint images and articles. First, ethical dilemma. There are various ethical dilemmas in relation to IT that need to be addressed. What are and are not ethical issues in IT? In regard to hacker, for example, are they testing the system or performing an immoral action? Will genetic engineering improve the quality of people's lives, or start to destroy it? How we recognize when an ethical dilemma exists. There are indeed many gray ethic areas. And second, plagiarism. Plagiarism is where the work or others is copied, but the author presents it as his or her own work. This is a highly unethical practice, but happens quite frequently, and without information that is now available on the internet is much easier to do, and is happening more often. Finally, piracy. Piracy, the illegal copying of software, is a very serious problem, and is estimated that approximately 50% of all programs on PCs and are pirated copies. Programmers spend hours and hours designing programs using elaborate code and surely need to be protected. Also, some might argue that some pirating at least should be permitted, as it can help to lead to a more computer literate population. But for corporations, In particular, this is very serious issue and can significantly damage profit margins. Thus, there are many ethical issues in IT, and some of these have been discussed in this presentation. This can be broken down into a number of subheadings, including computer crime, social implications, advanced IT issues, and intellectual property rights. Some of these can be solved quite easily, while others seem to be almost impossible to solve. In conclusion, I have introduced what are IT jobs with some examples, what is information security, and what are ethics in IT. I hope you have learned something from my presentation. Thank you for watching.